The United States will likely reach the limit on how much money it can borrow to pay its bills as soon as Thursday. Raising that debt ceiling is setting up a Capitol Hill showdown that could have multiple economic impacts. Capitol Hill correspondent Matt Galka joins us now. Matt, how close are lawmakers to working this out?
Well, right now, Caitlin, not very close. The United States is about to hit its $31.5 trillion debt cap. And if lawmakers can't come together on a solution for this, the worry then turns to how bad the economy could be impacted. But Republicans say before anything can get done, Democrats need to come to the table. Lawmakers in the White House will try to avoid any fiscal crisis that could come from gridlock. The limit caps how much debt the government can have, and Congress has regularly raised the ceiling so the government can keep paying its bills and not default on the debt. The White House has made its position clear.
In the past, we have seen this. We have seen both Republicans and Democrats come together to deal with this issue. It is one of the basic items that Congress has to deal with, and it should be done without condition. So there's going to be no negotiation over it. This is something that must get done.
Even the threat of default can be bad for the economy and livelihoods while creating volatility in the stock market. While Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned about this week's deadline, she can use extraordinary measures and likely move money around until the summer as lawmakers figure out what to do next.
The fact of the matter is we can do deficit reduction. We can deal with our national debt. But at the same time, the last thing we ought to be doing is playing chicken with the American economy.
The divided Congress complicates the situation. The House Republican majority wants spending cuts in exchange for raising the ceiling.
And we know where we're sitting at, almost $32 trillion in debt. How could you do this to a future generation that in anything we do, why wouldn't we sit down and talk, and especially with something as serious as debt, but as serious as a debt limit? Why would you want to wait till the end?
Republicans are also urging Democrats to come to the negotiating table.
Both sides are going to have to be willing to work together. We have a large groups on both sides of the aisle that's my way or the highway. That does not work in our country. And I encourage President Biden to reach out to the leadership on the Republican side. You know, in the last 2 years, he's invited the Republican leadership to the White House twice. That's not a very good record, but we got to do our part too.
Now, some of those extraordinary measures include suspending programs or investments for some government programs. This is also shaping up to be Kevin McCarthy's first real test of his leadership after the long fight that finally ended with him becoming House Speaker.